Hey folks, Dr. Rowe here. Hope you're well. Just want to ask you a question. Do you know what a HMO is? Do you know how many rooms make a property become a HMO? Why are there benefits to having a HMO over a buy-to-let property? If you're really brand new to property, then it's probably worth taking the next 4.5 minutes to watch me do this. And I will do this in 4.5 minutes, so buckle up. Now, first things first, what is a HMO? Okay, so I'm going to give you some things to write down here. HMO, according to the UK government, is where 3 or more, make a note of that, 3 or more people live in a property and it's not on one tenancy agreement. Okay, so basically, if you had a house like this, and I drew this up, and let's say it's got 1, 2, 3 bedrooms, and you've got, for the sake of argument, a lounge and a kitchen down there. Let me just do a bit of colourful shading in here. So the greens represent the bedrooms, okay, and that represents a non-living space, and that represents a non-living space. If, for the sake of argument, you had a family in there, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, and there's Mr. Jones and there's their little kids. There you go. All right. If they have one AST, assured short hold tenancy agreement, then basically that would be classified as a buy-to-let property. Yeah. Now, so as far as the government are concerned, the minute you bring in 1, 2, 3 people, and those 3 people take that room there, so that's Bill, there's Bill, there's Mary, let's say Mary takes room number 2, and let's say John here takes room number 3, you've got 3 assured short hold tenancy agreements. Now this is classified as a small HMO. Now at this level, typically you don't require a license, okay? Typically, although in some councils they are invoking the requirement for a license, and that will be to do with antisocial behavior, meaning there may be too many people that have got HMOs in the area. There may be too many unlicensed HMOs. There might be landlords that are acting unprofessionally and they're packing people into these properties. There's lots of reasons why this can happen, and I won't go into that right now. But essentially, the minute you move above 3 or 3 or more, then you're into a HMO. Now, of course, you can get, as we've done over the years, you can get properties where you buy and you put a lot more tenants in there. That becomes a medium or a large scale HMO. So let's go to the third question then. So that's what a HMO is, essentially. Now, one of the reasons people don't like them, particularly amateur landlords, is because now I've got 3 tenancies. I'm dealing with 3 different people, 3 different situations. What about my bills? What about my council tax, etc.? Granted, that all comes into play. But as a general rule of thumb, you're now getting one. Let me do this with a different color. Let's do this with green. You're getting 1, 2, 3 different rental incomes coming in, and whereas you might get, for example, £500 per month rent coming in from the family there, you might be getting £400 a month from each of these people for each room. The benefit being now I'm getting £1,200 a month coming in versus £500 a month. And even after I've taken off my bills, the cash flow on the HMO is roughly double, possibly 2.5 times what you would have got had you done it as a buy-to-let property. And that is 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Hopefully that was useful. Follow me, subscribe, and I will see you on the next post.